Greetings everyone. It's Children's Week and now you have a chance to get the 10 pets that are accessible during this event. During Children's Week, you have to complete 3 different quest lines in order to obtain a pet for each of them. The first quest line that can be found in either Stormwind or Orgrimmar offers 4 pets for you to choose from. The second quest chain in Outlands offers 4 pets as well, and the final quest chain in Dalaran offers 2 more pets to choose from. Even though currently you can only get 3 pets per character per year, it has been reported that in Mists of Pandaria that all the pets are going to be account-wide, so that way if you get a pet on one character, you'll have it on all of your characters. Because of this fact, you may want to take advantage of doing the quest multiple times on your alts, so that way you can collect every single pet this year, and when Mists of Pandaria releases, you'll have all of them. I'll go ahead and begin the guide with the chain that starts in Stormwind City or Orgrimmar. If you're part of the Alliance, you'll want to head over by the Cathedral in Stormwind City. There you'll find an NPC called Orphan Matron Nightingale. She'll have a quest for you called Children's Week. When you accept the quest, she'll give you a human orphan whistle. This will allow you to summon your little orphan and then you'll be able to complete the quest from there. After you complete that quest, the orphan will offer you 3 other quests. The first one being Cruising in the Chasm, the second one being Malfurion Has Returned, and the last one being the biggest diamond ever. To complete Cruising in the Chasm, you have to head to Sentinel Hill in Westfall. There you'll find an NPC with some motorcycles nearby. When you find him, summon out your orphan and go ahead and hop on one of the motorcycles. From here, all you have to do is enjoy the ride and complete the quest when it's over. For Malfurion Has Returned, you need to take your orphan to the Temple of the Moon in Darnassus. If you take him to the top floor where Tauron usually is and bring him close to Malfurion, the quest will be complete and you can move on to the next one. For the biggest diamond ever, you want to head to Ironforge. If you head to the Hall of Thanes where the Dwarven leaders are located, you'll see a small path going downwards right next to the entrance to the Hall of Thanes. Follow the path downwards and then upwards and it'll lead you to King Magni Bronzebeard in his crystallized state. Make sure your orphan is with you when you're there and you'll complete that quest as well. For Horde players, you'll be able to find Orphan Matron Battle Wall and the Drag. Accept the quest for Children's Week from her, summon your orphan, and then you'll be able to complete that quest. The Horde Orphan will then give you 3 different quests similar to the ones for the Alliance, but different in location. The first quest is called Riding the Rocket Way, the second quest is the Banshee Queen, and the final quest is the Fallen Chieftain. In order to do Riding the Rocket Way, you need to head to the secret lab in Ajara. You'll want to head to the top of the tower and there you'll find a rocket that you and your orphan can ride. Make sure your orphan is summoned, then hop onto the rocket. You'll be able to complete the quest once you reach the very end of the ride. For the Banshee Queen, you have to take your orphan to the Undercity in order to meet Lady Sylvanas. Bring your orphan close enough to her and he'll speak with her for a little bit. This will complete the quest. For the Fallen Chieftain, you want to bring your orphan to the Red Rocks in the northeastern area of Mulgore. There you'll find a funeral pyre for Cairn Bloodhoof. Once you've completed the first 3 quests for your faction's orphan, he will offer you 2 more quests which require you to head back to either Stormwind or Orgrimmar. The first of the 2 quests is You Scream Ice Cream. For this quest you'll need to buy a cone of cold and then use it so that way you and your orphan can share a bit of ice cream. The ice cream shop for the Alliance can be found in the Mage District in the same area as the Mage Tower. You'll see it near a shop called the Blue Recluse. The Horde's ice cream shop can be found in the Valley of Spirits, where the goblins usually are. Once you complete that quest, you'll want to move on to Let's Go Fly a Kite. This quest requires you to buy a Dragon Kite 2-pack. This can be bought from the toy vendors that wander around. The Horde one will be in the Drag, and the Alliance one will be wandering around in the canals near the Trade District. Use the Dragon Kite and then you'll be able to complete the quest after your orphan runs around with this kite for a little bit. Once you've completed those 2 quests, you'll be able to accept the final quest, a Warden of the Horde or a Warden of the Alliance. This quest requires you to buy a foam sword rack from the toy vendor. Buy this from the toy vendor and then head back to the matron. When you turn in this quest, you'll have the choice between one of 6 things. Either the piglet's collar, the rat cage, turtle box, snail shell, a small sack containing 5 gold, or some pet biscuits to make your pets grow. Take your pick and that completes the quest for the Orgrimmar and Stormwind quest lines. If you head to Shatrath, the second quest chain begins in the lower city. Talk to Orphan Matron Mercy and she'll allow you to accept her Children's Week quest. Depending on which faction you are, you'll either get a Drane Orphan Whistle or a Blood Elf Orphan Whistle. Once you complete the initial quest, if you got the Drane Orphan Whistle, you'll get 3 quests called Onchidon and the Ring of Observance, Jill at the Eris Landing, and a trip to the Dark Portal. If you got the Blood Elf Orphan Whistle, she will offer Hachu and the Mushroom People visit the Throne of the Elements, and she'll also offer a trip to the Dark Portal. For the Onchidon and the Ring of Observance, you'll want to summon your orphan at the Summon Stone in the middle of the Colosseum-like area in Terakar Forest. She'll mess around with the Summoning Stone for a moment, and that'll complete the quest. You'll need to fly to Eris Landing in the midwestern area of Negron in order to complete Jill is at Eris Landing. There you'll find a small Drane boy. Make sure your orphan is summoned and bring her close to him, and the quest will be complete after she starts talking to him. For Hachu and the Mushroom People, you'll need to bring your Blood Elf orphan to Sporagar in Zanga Marsh. If you bring her to the middle of the town, she will begin talking to one NPC that'll be near there. That'll complete the quest, and you can move on to the next one. For Visit the Throne of the Elements, you'll need to take her to the Throne of the Elements in Negrand. Bring her to the middle where the humanoid NPCs are, and that will cause her to run over to the Fire Elemental. She'll mess around with it momentarily, get burned, and then run back. The final quest for the initial 3, a trip to the Dark Portal, is found by the Dark Portal in Hellfire Peninsula. Bring your orphan to the top of the steps right in front of the portal. This will cause an adventurer to come out, say something, move on, and then the quest will be complete. There is sometimes a rare occurrence to where some of the demons will get by and start running through the portal. If you're low level, you don't really have to worry about that just as long as you don't attack them. Once you complete the initial 3 quests, they will offer you 2 more quests. The first one for the Drane is the Seat of the Naru, and the first one for the Blood Elf is Now When I Grow Up. For the Seat of the Naru, you'll need to head to the very bottom of Exodar. You'll have to bring her to the NPC at the very, very bottom of the spiral staircase in the middle. Once you complete this quest, there'll actually be a follow-up quest you'll need to do as well. This one requires you to take her to see Farseer no Bundo, and you'll be able to find him on top of a platform in the very back of the Crystal Hall in Exodar. Once she talks to Nobundo and does something, the quest will be complete. For the Blood Elf orphans Now When I Grow Up, you'll need to head to Silvermoon City. You'll need to head to a balcony that's near the entrance to the city in the Walk of the Elders. The band called the Elite Torn Chieftains will be standing on top of the balcony, and once you get close enough, she'll start interacting with them. Once she does, that will complete the quest. The next quest for both of the orphans is Time to Visit the Caverns. Head down into the Caverns of Time and find the Keepers of Time Quartermaster. Buy a toy dragon for your orphan, and then head towards the middle of the Caverns of Time. Bring her near Zaladormu, watch a small little event happen, and then the quest will be complete. From here, head back to Chatrath City, talk to Orphan Matron, and then complete the final quest for Back to the Orphanage. Completing this quest will allow you to pick between Egbert's Egg, Electraining Collar, Sleepy Willy, Legs, or some pet biscuits. This completes the second one of the quest chains. The final quest chain is located by the bank near the Alliance District in Dalaran. Talk to Orphan Matron Arya, and she'll allow you to pick either between the Wolvar quest chain or the Oracle's quest chain. The first 3 quests that either orphan gives you are pretty much the same except for one. For the Oracle version of the quest, Playmates, you need to go to the Winterfen Retreat in the Borean Tundra. When you get there, summon your orphan and he'll begin playing with the baby Murloc. For the Wolvar version of Playmates, you need to go to the Snowfall Glade in Dragonblight. Summon him and lead him around for a bit, and eventually he'll start having a snowball fight with another baby Wolvar. You don't have to lead your Wolvar into any mobs that are currently present. All you have to do is lead him around, and eventually one will spawn and start having a snowball fight with yours. The next quest in both chains is the Bronze Dragon Shrine. For this quest, all you need to do is take your orphan into the middle of the Bronze Dragon Shrine. There he will meet up with a future version of himself, speak to each other for a bit, and then the future version will disappear. Once you complete that quest, go ahead and make your way to the Grizzly Hills. This will be the location of the final quest of those 3. This next quest has 2 different names, but it's essentially the same quest. The Oracle version of it is called The Biggest Tree Ever, and the Wolvar version of it is Home of the Bearmen. For this quest, you'll want to head to the middle of Grizzlemon and Grizzly Hills. You want to go to the center of the tree at the very bottom where the small tree is starting to grow. If you have your pet there, you'll begin to talk about it and the quest will be complete. I'm not actually 100% positive that you have to be in the middle of the tree. I don't know if you can be on the outside or at the very edge of the area too. If you want to check that, you can, but for sure, if you go to the middle of the tree, it will complete there. After you turn in those 3 quests, they will offer you 2 new quests. The first quest that both orphans offer is called the Dragon Queen. All you have to do for this quest is take them to the middle of Dragonblight, where you can visit Alexstrasza the Lifebinder. Bring your orphan to the top of the Wormrest Temple right before Alexstrasza, and that will complete the quest. The second quest for the Wolvars will be the Mighty Hemet Nessingwary. For this quest, you'll need to take your orphan to Hemet Nessingwary in Nessingwary's base camp. This will be found in Cholazar Basin. Once you get him close enough, you'll start asking about his hunts, talk with him a little, and then the quest will be complete. The second quest for the Oracles is called Meeting a Great One. For this one, you'll also head to Cholazar Basin, but you need to take the portal which transports you to Ungaro Crater. To find the portal, you need to head to the Mosslight Pillar in Cholazar Basin, and then try looking about southeast of it. After you use the portal to get to Ungaro Crater, take your orphan to the stone giant that's there. You'll start talking with it, but the statue won't talk back. After that, the quest will be complete and take the portal back, so that way you don't have to hearth back or anything. Once you complete the 2 quests for the orphan you're helping, they'll offer another quest called the Trip to the Wonderworks. For this quest, you'll need to go to the Wonderworks in Dalaran. There, buy a small paper zeppelin, not the paper zeppelin in the kit. When you talk to one of the vendors, it should be the very last item on their list. Go ahead and buy it, target your orphan, and then throw it at him. This will complete the quest and you'll move on to the final quest, back to the orphanage. For this, all you have to do is head back to Orphan Matron Arya and talk to her to complete the quest. When you actually complete the Dalaran quest chains, they don't give you the pet right off the bat. Check your mailbox and the pet should be in there. Well, that should cover everything you need to know in order to obtain the pets for this event. Good luck and take care.